For the last 2 years, every time I skate, I think I want to make a backside 540 before I die. And the last time I tried it on my 50th birthday, it felt like it wasn't going to happen. I was like, you could maybe make it, but you could also maybe just get rung and go to hospital. And I'm too old to do that.
But so, you had these very big aspirations to do that at Vert Alert too.
Yeah. Every demos in the last 2 years, I thought, this is your opportunity. You can get that done, and then you can move on with your life. Because I just felt like if I could do this, I could break this. I feel like I've been in a rut for a long time, and everywhere I go, I just keep getting slapped back down. And I'm like, man, is it over? You know, because I'm doubting myself big time. And then a lot of other stuff has been happening that I don't want to get into that has cut me to pieces. And I was like, this is it to me. Like, if I don't make this, I can't look in the mirror anymore. Like, I can't live with myself. I can't. I have to have that. Skateboarding, I love it. Since I've been back, I've been having so much fun, but I suck and I'm dangerous and it shits me. It kind of annoys me because I'm like, dude, you're going to hurt yourself. Every time I come here, I almost die. And then the second day, because I was super sore, but I skated twice. And the next day on Sunday, I was like, I feel like I can see where I'm going again for the first time since I've been back from, since I've had a decade off. And I thought about it more instead of just warming up and spinning fives. I was like, what were you doing wrong yesterday? And I was like, you're not balling up as much because your legs don't come in as much as they used to because you're older. And it's like, think about that. Make that adjustment. Don't just spin like you used to be 28. Spin like you're 52. Like, think about it. And then thanks to Bucky and Sandro, when you have somebody, and Jimmy Wilkins, where they're like, dude, that was it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if he's saying that, because I still couldn't tell for sure.
Wait, how far in was it?
Well, Jason came up to me the morning
by
before.
the way, so we did our first day of demos.
Yeah, we did our first
when
day.
We were young. This is the second day, and there was only one demo that day. There were two on Saturday, but only one on Sunday.
Yeah, there was one demo that day, and Jason came up to me in the morning or afternoon, and he was like, I need to make a 5. And I was like, dude, you got it. Like, you were spinning them good yesterday. You were grabbing every board. Every time. So I think it was just a matter of like a confidence thing.
Hell yeah. I've lost it, dude. I come to the ramp and I suck every time. It's pretty hard to be confident. I'm like, wow, it's pretty apparent that I don't have what I had. But I don't skate enough. And I know from all you guys, I've heard Elliot Sloan say, if I don't skate for 2 days, I can't skate. I'm like, 2 days? I just skated for 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, how's that work?
But it's a confidence thing. And you have been skating. You killed it in Tampa. You showed up on a small transition ramp. You killed it. And then you had a few days off. You skated great the first day.
Yeah.
And you kind of had a different viewpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And I could see it when you were talking to me. You had something in your pocket that you didn't have before.
For sure.
You brought it to the table.
For sure.
And you had the drive mentally.
That's what it was. I was so determined. And then once it became apparent that it was like, okay, now you're there where you can now do the thing where everybody who does 540s knows there's this little guessing game for the first one. You're like, I feel pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think I can see it. But there's that little, from here to here, that little right there where you land. There's this little split second where if you make that mistake in there, you are so dead. And I was really terrified of that happening because I hit my head a lot. I don't want to hit my head anymore. I want to be responsible. I got kids. Don't be stupid. And then I swear it was just you guys. And then the pain, it reminded me of my youth where I was like, this is what it was like, dude. Like, you never just came to the ramp and made it and rode away unscathed. Like, you've always dealt with this. Like, remember the times where you're like bleeding, sweating, your pads are ripped off and you're like, no, like, give me duct tape. I'm not done. Like, that is the thing that split me from the rest of the world. Like, I'm determined, like, on a level that is unmatched. Where did that go? You get older, you're like, it's not worth risking all that. But I think it was like one of the last ones where I tore my groin on the other side and this one's already torn. Mm-hmm. And I went under the stairs and I was like, I could barely walk. My flat spot on my wheels, my boards de-lammed on the nose and the tail.
Do we have that here?
Yeah, I'm still riding it. But I went under the stairs and I took a knee trying to stretch my groin out and I could tell people were like, he's done. and somebody get medical over here. I think he's really hurt. And
You had a hard slam. You had a couple good attempts. Then you bailed a backside air, and I think I started talking like, that means you're concentrating too much on the 5. You're bailing your setup air.
Yeah. Yeah, because the one that I rolled
back,
away on accidentally, just these guys, man. These guys in the crowd, like, dude, you've got it. And me hesitating all the way on the takeoff. And then as soon as I grabbed it, I was like, no, don't do it. Like, dude, believe them. He's not like, you got it. Yeah, right. Like, I saw it in his eyes. He's like, if you really went for it, you would make it. And it made me believe in myself enough to roll and shoulder block the flat. But as soon as I hit the flat, I was like, oh, my body knows how to do a backside 540. I am positive of that because that one was like a dark one.
When you stood up across the flat.
Do you see my face surprised as you were?
Yes.
You mean on the one he finally made?
The one he almost made.
The one I almost made.
Yeah.
The one he almost made, he committed to the landing.
Yeah.
And he surprised himself.
Yeah, I startled myself.
And at that point, the monster is back.
Yeah.
The monster is back.
I got my confidence back.
Yeah.
I got my confidence back on everything, Tony. My whole life is different now. Like, I'm like, what do you need me to do? I will do it, and I'll do it better than anybody. I'm the best radio, podcast, skateboarder I've ever met. No one's better than me at everything. If you want to have a hair growing contest, I'll probably win that. That's how full of it I am right now.
I was just you guys came to skate before the show.
Skate.
I couldn't skate.
You should have seen me.
I saw you. I heard you more than I saw you.
Oh, he's back.
Claiming every run.
I'm back, baby! Sorry.
But when those guys, so both you
So
and
he had
Jimmy.
a bad slam after that. He
Yeah.
actually made it, or made
I
it
saw
across
the
the
video of
flat.
the slam. We'll show
bounced
it,
off
but-
the other wall, and then like he tried to commit to a landing, and the board got away from him, and he landed on the board. And when he falls, he's not very gracious. He still isn't, even though he's good now. He can't fall still.
Yeah, I never could.
So he fell like right on top of his board, and his board wasn't flipped over. So he got like the cheese grater to
I
his
think that's
shin
how I flat spotted my wheels too.
and
I
slid
see it.
down.
That's Tampa.
Oh, never
So
mind.
with that, after that, I was like, oh man, no.
I'm in so much pain right now.
He was hurting. He stayed down for a little while.
Yeah. Had a sulk.
We tried to rally the crowd
Had
back
a
up.
sulk.
Yeah, because it's all over.
Had yourself a sulk.
I got the bad guy in there all the time. Like, there's your proof, dude. You can't do it. When are you going to admit that it's over? And then the other me was like, what? Like, look what you just did. You've already rolled away. You're so old and you're so tired, and you can still drop in and do a backside air. Like, a month ago, you couldn't do the backside air.
Right.
And then I finally got free of all the doubt, all my worries in my life. I just was like, I just need, if I could just do this, it'll be okay. It means so much. It means more to me than anything in my life. I wanted that so much. And when I got it, I was like, all this stuff that's happened to me lately, I was like, it's worth it. It was worth it. I love skateboarding so much. Even when it spits on me, I still love it. And then it gave me the biggest kiss I've ever had. And I was like, yes, I remember you. You saved me. And you're saving me again at 52.
It was so great.
It was freaking awesome to see. It truly
changed
was.
my whole life.
This man has some demons, and he fought through them.
Yeah. But that's why I'm stoked you're here, because you know what I mean? If I was here by myself doing that, I would have gave up 7 tries earlier.
Yeah.
But you guys, Sandro Diaz, me and Sandro aren't even that tight, but we are now.
Yeah.
Because what he
It's
did
good.
for me that day, like, I could see this, I felt the sincerity. Like, as soon as I made it, I got angry at my fear for making me not make it for the last 2 years. But then because I've been holding it in. That's why I cry all the time now. But I started crying, and then those guys were sad. I'm like, these people really care. Like, family, wives, all these people, they come and go. But skateboarding, it's my family. They were crying in joy for me, like I was.
Yes.
Yeah,
It was incredible. It was incredible.
Yeah, it was like because I did when you broke your leg and I hit my head, and you were like, I'm gonna do a 5 again. We should do it together. And I was like, yeah. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, 5 with Tony. And that's just like every afternoon I go, have you done it yet? No, failure. You failed. You sucked. And I'm like, stop doing that. Like, you'll get it.
Yeah, but I mean, ours were They just weren't on the same trajectory to happen at the same time. They shouldn't have, because you needed to do it there. I needed to do it here alone when I did it. But I exactly how you felt about, like, I have to do this. That was a rough. That was a hard conversation with Kathy. And she knows, you know what I mean? But it's just like, you know that I have to do this.
Right.
Like, I cannot live with myself if I don't get back to that, especially the thing that took me out.
So I don't have Kathy, but I don't have anybody when it comes to that.
You had
but
us.
that day, that afternoon, I felt all them wanted me to do it.
Right, but I'm saying you didn't, like, you were going to do it regardless. I was going to do it regardless, but I definitely had to ease some fears about it.
Right.
Which you didn't have to do.
No.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody was like, you got it.
But I knew, I mean, the last few that I saw you try here, it was like, he's going to throw one of those down.
It just takes the time on the board, which
I'm just being honest with you, dude. Those times you watched me throw those down, you were like, man, he's probably going to get that. I was like, you have no chance in hell. Because I could feel the fear.
You were spotting it. There were a few times when you spotted it where you had that hesitation, like, oh, should I just throw it on this one? And that's what it takes. It's that one moment.
Right.
You just, like you said, it's like from here to here. That's it.
It was that.
Yeah.
The pain, the agony of not being able to commit to that last little split second to roll away. The drive home, trying to go to sleep at night, waking up in the morning.
Was so great.
Like, you don't understand. People don't understand. You know, I'm brushing my teeth and I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? I have a flash of me bailing. I'm like, that's your story of your life. And it's not, but I'm eating myself up because I need that. I need that so bad.